Far from the influences of Earth, mythical creatures have been hidden away remotely for eons of time. These hybrid creatures flee here from humans, and while some are merely abominations, others are found to possess living souls. The throne wars wage on for the very souls of the creatures discovered here, the brood intent on enslaving them, forcing them to strip mine this small planet of its rare elements. Supernovae that the brood feed on are set to consume the sky and this little planet. Yet an unforeseen threat lurks, and something here is not as it seems, and those who come soon lose themselves. Zuiel has just arrived, and she has discovered that a virus is eating up their memories. She urgently wants to warn Zack about this while she can still remember what it is. Yet Zack isn't listening to the lying lips of a brood warrior. You must choose your path. Save the creatures, or enslave them to mine this planet raw.
All right, it's VindaCator here from iPlayMore.com. Quick reminder to go to iPlayMore.com, sign up for a video game test of Thunder. I didn't get my music set up. Haha, there we go. So, I am the founder and producer for Thunder Throne Wars. It takes place right here, a little place called the Milky Way Galaxy. And if you're a humanoid, live on the Earth, where it says sun here, and you travel down the green arm, you come to the Stellar Jewel Box Nebula NGC 3603, right here. And NASA took a satellite image, looks like this. So we put our little planet Nebulous Prime there. And as we fly into it, you can see the bit of the development that we did. We laid out this world. So those are all the different arenas for the game. And today we'll be showing you an update of Intrepid. So we are done our vertical slice, and we're going to be presenting that, and I'll be showing a bit of that today. We've got a few little things we're wrapping up, but we're really close to having that all done. And last week we had our code not working, so just a couple little minor things, but it was going to affect the stream, so I didn't stream. So I got 2 weeks of stuff. So anyways, there's a metagame in our game, which means winning and losing matters. So you're taking territory when you're winning, and you're losing territory when you're losing. And neutral looks like Bear Isle here. You see that 12 over 12 means nobody owns it. So that's the metagame over top of the game. And there is a blue sun and a red sun. So those are giant suns. And the planet has 2 moons, a blue and a red. And Scott drew this up. And then Nate said that he went to school for this and that this is wrong. We need to change this because a planet wouldn't do a figure 8. I mean, it sounds really sexy. So yeah, that's still kind of up in the air. But anyways, we call it the Violet Star System, and we're still working out the details. Of course, we got a little bit of time still to do that, which is kind of cool. So this is what we're going to be applying for. So we decided to do this on 2 fronts because Epic did a broadcast, and they said, you know, you don't have to wait. You don't have to have the money to reapply. You don't have to be turned down to reapply. You can just apply whenever you want. So I thought, well, let's apply. We've got a couple scripts done. Let's apply for the story of this. And the game is just kind of, you know, we're wrapping things up a little bit. We've got to do a demo. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And so we're going to apply for this. And then we've come to the first deadline. So September 26th will be our second deadline. And that's where we're going to apply for this again and go with our executive producer and apply to Epic to be our publisher. It's just so funny. The words don't come. Anyways, here's a list of all the publishers out there. So we are in talks with Rick Lee, who works for NetEase Games, and he wants to present this, and we want to present it to Epic Games. And of course, there's a lot of other publishers. So I did a little change to this. So we're actually creating a story arc over 84 episodes. That's a lot more accurate for our Thunder Rocks TV show. And we also did, I can't take any credit for this. The writers did this. They did a 2-episode pilot script. And it's written, ready to go. And then we will have a TV executive producer pitch this. And so our TV pitch Bible is made up of the first 5 seasons. It's not all written, of course. All we need to do is titles for all 5 seasons, log lines for season 1, and then now we've got the 2 scripts. And we'll be going to Amazon, Netflix, and HBO and presenting that for the television side of this. Of course, that's a great thing about the Unreal Engine is we can output right from the game. It's all one and the same. So here is a look. These are the 2 scripts side by side here. So you can see there's season 1, episode 1, a door closes. Season 1, episode 2, another opens. So this is what the writers, so you can see Matthew, Joanne, Nicholas, Susanna, and Isaac, they wrote this, and I've created it. And so these are full scripts and edited, and we've spent many meetings, and they've had even way more meetings than I was even a part of. So that's fantastic. Thank you guys. Very motivational. So we've got a few more steps to do with that, and then we'll be presenting that as well. So this is what the writers did up. Actually, Matthew did this up, and then I kind of fixed it up with character pictures and stuff. Of course, everything's going to change here. We're doing new characters, new versions of these characters, but these are the pictures I had on file, and so it's just a relationship look at the different characters, how they relate to one another. So the music you're hearing is all composed by me. These are all covers for all the singles. So there is 47 songs mixed and mastered and ready to go for this production. And I always forget to talk about that. So there it is. And I just ordered this. So it's a GeForce RTX card made by MSI. And so I looked at a bunch of different ones, but this one's got 2560 CUDA cores, and that was the most, way more. Everybody was like 19, 20, and I went, well, that's fantastic. So this is the card I ordered. It's going to show up Monday. This will allow us to take the game and output it in real-time ray tracing. So that's just the Hollywood lighting ability. So that is a goal, and it's about to be achieved, which is fantastic. Now, I don't know if this broadcast will be in real-time ray tracing. Guess we'll find that out. But anyways, that's where we're at with that. So Steve continues to get more done. So if you remember last time broadcast, the circle was around number 11. Well, number 11 is now done, the views for number 11, and he's going to be working on number 9 next. Kind of a seahorse type inspiration. So just fantastic. I said, oh, we'll do 12 up for me, and he just did this, and he's just been consistent with it. So here we go. So tree 12. Which is here. So Sophia modeled that, and it's in the game. We'll see that in a little bit. So tree 1, he's done. And this is the order I gave him. I just gave, because I didn't think, hey, let's just do it from 1 to 12. I wanted 12 first, so we did 12 first. And I gave him a crazy order, but here it is. So tree 10, tree 8 is all done, the views. Not modeled yet, but drawn, ready to go. Tree 4, and I love how unique all these are. Tree 6, tree 11, and talking about Ija, so he did up Payman and Payman's fortress. This is all just concept art. Aha's castle, which just looks fantastic, and Azrael, and Azrael's sun castle, and you can see Payman's castle over in the back because they're both part of sun. So that Kin is up on high, the Brood is down on low, so it's all a ridge that goes all the way around. Kind of hard to tell from that view. Oh, and you can see the sky too, got the red and blue moon in there. I'm like, oh yeah. And Talimud, or Tally for short. Ija did her as well. And we put her in Bane. Now, she didn't have a castle on this island, but she does now. So this is an underground level. You as a player will break in here, and I'm not going to tell you too much more about that. It's going to be kind of a hidden level. You'll break in, and I mean, that's the plan. Not that things always work out that way. So Zoran has done up Zach, and I forgot to put Zoran's name on the next thing, but this is Zach's armor done by Zoran. So he is an incredible artist. So happy to have him back working with us. So that is his gauntlet. and his helmet, and that's all. He didn't send me anything this week. And the Wildcat by Jonathan, and that's the Mama Cat, and these are the cats. And I've had to remove a whole bunch of stuff. I'm sorry if I'm not showing your work this week, but this thing is going to be long. So, Anka and Pardis. And that's all. He didn't get anything else done with the Wildcats because I've been having him busy work on this. So he's worked on the brood tree and all of this. This is all the design for it. I just put it all into one image to make it simple for the broadcast, but he's broke it all down. And then we have Nate modeling this. So exciting to get these trees updated. It's just kind of something that's been bugging me. So here is the Lager Guru. Now this is a really interesting thing. I don't know if you ever, now there's no textures on him yet. He is animated though. There's these stands that they have. If you go to India, you see these guys and they look like they're floating. And we got to put some long sleeves on him. That's all being worked on. Duck is working on that right now. But anyways, there's a little mat down here. This is going to be a staff. So that's going to be his staff in his hand. And then he's got a long sleeve, and you can't see, but this thing goes down and under, and he sits on it. And that's what they do, and it makes them look like they're floating, just holding a staff in their hand. It's very interesting. So I thought that's so perfect for the guru. And what he's going to do is give you the pit quest. So you're going to go on a quest. You're going to pick up some parchment paper. So Enrique did this. And so this is now done in 3D. This is our version of the pit quests. And so he's going to give you this book. And then when you get you're going to have to do a quest from him in every area. And what we're going to do is show you what happens underground. So this one's for Excalibur with the Unicorn Pegasus. This one is Forever with the Wildcat. And this one's Intrepid, which is the Pygmy Marmosets. And I'll show you a bit of that. Actually got images of that today for that. So the Lager Prince. This was done by Kieran, and this is actually with Sophia, and I don't have any images of that yet, but she should be done that this week. So that's the updated version. I do have the old version, but this is the updated version of them. So Faria has, or Faria? Yeah, that's how you say it. God, I hope so. She has finished everything to do with the Lager, her end of the Lagers. We're still doing some other characterizations and stuff like that. She has now moved on to Sun, and what it is mounts the Griffin. So I've given her that, and so that's what's going to be happening next. But this is what she's got done. She's got the views done for the Lager Castle so that we can build it. Now this stuff comes up later. We're not working on this right now because we're focused all on wrapping up this vertical slice in one area, which is Intrepid. This is actually the Lager area. And so their market. Now we did pull out the market, one part of the market, which is so cool. It's kind of funny how sometimes things just fall into place. So I'll show you that in a bit. And then, so she did up the Lager market. I said I wanted kind of a top-down look at it. So we're going to move these back a little bit, which is the concept. It's kind of funny she changed it a little bit, but that's fine. And she did up, this is a couple weeks ago, she did up the Lager huts. So that's for the common lagers, the dark Lager huts. So that's what the vote is going to be on today. There's a couple characters to vote on. One of them is going to be the dark Lager coming up here. And so then she did all the breakdowns, the views, or the orthographics as we call them, so that you can see what everything looks like for the marketplace. So it's pretty cool stuff. All right, here's our first vote this week: A, B, or C. This is our dark Lager variations, and I kind of like them all for certain reasons, but let's see what the audience says. So I'll put this up as the image this week, and people can vote. So here's the next vote. So Leandra did this. So that was done by Kieran, just to be clear. So Leandra did this. So this is the Lager King. So again, A, B, or C. So these are some choices. The Lager Queen. Oh, I forgot to put her name on this. So it's done by Leandra too. Sorry, it's busy. So A, B, or C. And Leandra did up the Lager Guard. Now this has gone to Duck, and this is in 3D. And he really liked this. He said he loves this concept. So these are the guards. We need the guards to put in front of the marketplace for this right here, this marketplace. So let's just see. So Faria did the concept. Enrique did the market. And Nate did all the little sacks and items in the mail, and the apples and the cucumbers or pickles, or what do you want to call them, the beans and all that kind of stuff. So that's that. He did a lot more than that, but that's what we have so far. So here's some images of the level as it is, what I'm going to be showing today. You can see everything's changed. The watercolor's changed. The sky has changed. The water here has changed. So you see this all has kind of like a growth on it now. And that's what that looks like. So I'm going to do things a little different today. So we're going to go down inside here. And there is the Phoenix Fountain. So there's the real one. We had a placeholder there before. So this is spitting water. I've got a bunch of images of it. So there's the Komodo dragon. So now Duncan, too many people on the team. Duncan has this Komodo dragon chasing you around now, and he'll do a little bit of damage. So that's very cool. And there's another little look at him. And you see all the mist and steam of the fountain blowing. So I got all that working. And then you dive down below the fountain. So that's what it's like now. It's all open and simple instead of all that complicated stuff. We cleaned it up. We had a meeting about that. These are 2 teleport doors. And you go down through the teleport door. That's what holds the water in place. And into the pit. Now this is for Derek. So Derek, I have lightened all of these images because they are so dark I can't even see them. So I am going to send you this part of the video and say, hey, we got to figure this out. So there's going to be waypoints through here, and this is how you're going to get into the pit, part of the quests. And you're going to follow the waypoints into the pit instead of out of it, which is kind of interesting. And you're going to follow them along until, yeah, it's a lot, until you come to Gap. And so here's Gap and Growl. Gap is on his high throne. We got a base. So Sheila has drawn up a base, and Mike, I was going to think about this. Mike has modeled it. So that'll go in underneath this just because the floor is so rough, and it's just going to make this much more presentable. There's also going to be a force field behind here, so you can't go behind here. And then there's going to be teleports to other pits. That's all development that'll come later, but it's all built, ready to go. Growl, her, because it is a female, her little stand here, you can see it kind of goes up and her legs go through it, but she's supposed to be sitting on this, and this is going to be much narrower. I've told Duck we're going to make this narrower and tall like this. And then here is an unlit version of it. You can see Gap here. He's petting Growl. So, and then that's his girl head on the back of the throne. That's part of the design that Sheila did. And that Duck did the animation, the model for him. All right, here is the dragon. So again, this is lightened because I couldn't see anything. And then here's an unlit version with the dragon breathing fire. And so there, and the spider that's going to attack you. I just like that shot, so I put it in. And, so this is coming out of the pit. That's right. So this is behind the waterfall. If you look carefully, you can see the mountains and stuff like that as the water's coming down. All right. So now we're back up top again. So I did the pit a little earlier instead of making it last. So there is the fountain. So this is our main area for our vertical slice. We were only supposed to do this, but our game is very unique. And so we wanted to continue on from the vertical slice from the center part. So there's a look at the sky, and that's revolving. I'll have a good look at that in a moment here. And there is the Lager Prince 1.0. So there's some problems with the model and the rig. And so we want to, put number 2.0 in there, modeled by somebody with, how do I say this? Anyways, Sophia is working on that, and so that'll replace him. And there's the Lager Princess. So we're going to have to redo her too. I do like everything about her, except she has no eyelids. That's why I'm so far away from that, because she looks kind of freaky. You'll see that when I go in there today. So there's a pygmy marmoset. So they are tiny, but I did get a real good close-up. So it's interesting, you know, I took pictures throughout the week to show the team. And then I just kept bringing people in and saying, hey, I kept saying I have other screenshots that I can bring into this. All right, so Sophia did the quest items. So these are in the game now. But, you know, do you think I could find these things? They're supposed to be hidden in a nest. The nest isn't done yet. So the phoenixes are going to be landing on the nest. So these are just the sort of quest items. These are quests. This is a quest that Wade wrote quite a while ago. And I thought, man, it's very interesting. And then there is a golden idol. That's also the marmosets. And you got to find that. And then Sophia modeled that up. So that is already in the game, ready to go, but not in the nests. The quest isn't working in. And then Renee modeled this up. So this little altar, that's where you'll take all those items. And Henrique did the textures on that. And there it is in the game. So you can see what it looks like in the game. And now we're just going to go through some more screenshots. There's Pep. So I got Pep in there. So Pep rolls down the hill. You pick that up. And oh my goodness, it's just like... It's like having a muscle car and stepping on the accelerator. It is amazing. All right, so we do have the updated Kin Castle in. It's amazing what happened in 2 weeks here. It's mind-blowing. The towers don't have textures on them yet, so they're just placeholders there. Even the center tower's a bit of a placeholder, but it's got all the parts. They're just not working yet, but you can go in. And so... it's kind of an interesting, so we did a fountain idea like this, very shallow instead of making it deep. And Boyan put all the rocks in. So it's a real team effort here to put all this together. And Colin did up this amazing, if you remember a couple weeks ago, I was showing concept art for this. And so we just continued to have him do that elfin type of style out into these hallways. So that's what we've done, which is kind of interesting because Henrique made pillars for this and then took it out. My only concern is when you're going to be shooting, you're going to come up in here and you might get stuck in all these little areas. So that's to be seen if that's going to be a problem. So there's a look at the dragon's head for the kin side. Now we're going to go inside this. So this is just epic for a kin castle. So this is the throne room. I just love this. Like, this is the direction we want to go in. These are all going to be lifts. They're going to go up and down, take you up and down. You'll see me, there's no lifts, so you just see me fly up there today, but it's very cool. There's the throne way up top, and this is glass all the way around. It is so epic. So it's absolutely, this is behind it now. This is coming in the back, so you'll see me do that today. There's the energy icon on top. I got all the effects on it. There's a lot of little things I got done just because, you know, I know how to do all that stuff. So the energy effects, I got lightning on the top. It doesn't show up in the image though. So this is the Kin Gate. So Carlos did this, did a fantastic job. I've got no recoil on this so you can shoot off of it. Oh, I just realized I don't think I got... I'm not sure what happens there. Oh, I think that's just a wall. Okay, because I didn't put no recoil there. There's the front looking back at the Kin Castle. We got the Kin letters on it. Do need to get the flags. We do need Kin flags on this and Kin flags on the buildings as well. Look at the side of this. And then just going around the map. This is where the quest items are. They're actually here. They are so small. But all the quest items for that Pygmy Marmoset quest are all sitting up here waiting for the nest to show up. But that's so that Duncan can get the quests working. So he's got some working. I'll show some of that today. It's very cool. There is our tree man. So I just love that. You know, that profile. And they all look totally unique. So that's very cool. So that's the Unicorn Pegasus. She's taking a drink out of the water, so we got animation and audio on that now. She'll give a quest. Probably not yet, not today. And the rock work that Boyan did, so I took some shots of that. just absolutely beautiful. And I did these flowers. So this is flowers that were in Bear Isle, and so I shouldn't take all the credit. Henrique made this so incredible. Now we've got one model. We never had that before. You just change the top to whatever flower you want. So it's really good. And there is the strangler plant and the temptress plant. So there's a quest. You got to go get stuff from the temptress plant. The strangler plant is going to grab you if you get too close to it. And that's not working yet, but Henrique's got it all figured out for Duncan, which is great. Another little shot of how that looks. Sheila did the concept up for this. Raphael did the model. Nate's talking about doing some updates to that. Like this should be, he said this should be rusty and the rust should fall down the arms. So that's what that is. And I just wanted to show this. This is a stage 1 shrine. We do have stage 2 done. I'm going to give Enrique stage 3 shrines to do. We've got an interesting issue because I think this map is, like, we did measure everything, but I think it's bigger than it's supposed to be. So when you're placing thrones across, you run a memory, and I'm like, oh, well, hold on. There's going to be 16 on 16 doing this. So then I remembered, oh yeah, there's this part of the design where if you take this to stage 3, you can place thrones from this, which is much closer to the enemy base. So that's what we're going to do. There's another solution for that too, but that's one I can come up with. All right, so Henrique's wonderful cactus, kind of coming through a bit of a desert area here, heading towards the Brood Fortress. And yes, here it is, the brand new Brood Gate. So we had to do something epic because that Kin Gate is so epic, that water gate with the water coming through the middle of it. So this is what we did, and there is no recoil on all these towers and stuff. And it's funny, these flat ones, I thought, well, you know, there's no protection, but there is if you just back away. So if you come to the edge, you can shoot down, and then once people are shooting at you, you can back away. So it actually works, which is kind of cool. Sometimes you don't realize things like that until you actually do it. So this is coming through the gate, heading towards the castle. Now, sorry, the fortress, the Brood Fortress. So this is Saflatus's Brood Fortress. So Henrique did up the flags for that. And it's interesting because the dragons are all blowing fire, but you can't see it in our spectator mode. So there's something going on where some of our special effects, like the lightnings and stuff, and some of the fountain effects are not showing up. And you see here, this is taken in a different way. You can see this is just in the game. You can see that they're all working. You can see there's lightning here, red lightning. You can see fire on the towers, fire coming out of the mouths. So anyways, I got all that done. Fire on the sides, on the torches. And some more shots. So again, the fire's not there, but I like that shot. So this placeholder textures, this isn't finished yet, but it is playable. So this is a back door. So you're looking at the back now, and you go up to the top. So it's behind the throne. There's this massive window, and I thought this was cool until I saw the Kin Castle. I'm like, oh, that's way cooler having windows all the way around. So we still got the roofs that need to be open. So there's gonna be a lot more light in here, and then the players will close the roof to kind of guard it. So coming through the hands again, heading back up, and then some overhead shots. So again, this is the Kin Gate and the fountain, which is our main focus area, and the Kin Castle. All of this water's been changed, so it looks white instead of blue. Same with all of the waterfalls been updated. There's the Brood Gate and the Brood Fortress. Still need to get this pit done. I've got a few little details to do still. Still got to get lava flowing, but it's basically there. We weren't meant to get all that stuff done. It's just that, I don't know, it looks better having it done. So there we go. Dry riverbed. This is the fountain. River flows down to Lake 1. River flows down to Lake 2. And so Nate's redone all the water. So now the water is lapping so it kind of runs up and flows against the shore. He also did the ocean. And I just have a question for Nate. Why is this a different color than this? Does that mean that you only did part of this? I'm not sure. And the other thing is I got to turn down the ocean sound. It is so loud. You'll hear when I go to brood. It is just outrageously loud. I don't know why. So let's talk about Unreal Engine 5. This is a truly epic announcement by Epic Games. Just said epic twice, whoops. And so what this is an engine where we can put in high resolution models, and the engine handles the performance. We don't have to even think about it. It's per pixel resolution, which means every pixel is high resolution. We're using Hollywood assets, and this is what we're going to do for game 2. So don't think we're going to do this for game 1. We want to wait. We don't want to just take this engine out of the gate, because that would be a mistake. Let them update it, fix some bugs and all that kind of stuff. But, they've got hundreds of these statues in there. Henrique was saying that the issue is going to be animation. Animating a high resolution statue model is going to be, difficult on a computer. So that would be the only thing. Computers are really, they're doubling every 18 months, every 2 years, whatever. So, yeah. Speaking of that, I got to update my computer too. And large open world and Niagara effects. So that's very cool. So let's just talk about our gameplay a little bit. I'm not going to show the Throne Wars today because I don't know, probably not. But anyways, you capture your own throne. I will show that. I will show making a stronghold, which is taking the throne energy, wait for the announcement to be done, to the central fountain. You take the enemy's throne, you create a kingdom, and you return home or place a throne, and you create an empire. I'll show that. I'll place a throne. You create a dynasty by holding it, and dominations, which I won't show today, where you're building thrones all the way across to put the enemy icon in jeopardy. There's also a bug around that, so I'm not exactly sure what's happening, so I'm going to let that sit for another week. So we call that Throne Wars. It's our own gameplay. It's kind of like Capture the Flag, but very unique. And I call it exponential gameplay because it just gets more exciting as you build. And so it's SKED is our little nickname for it, Stronghold, Kingdom, Empire, Dynasty. And as you lock these things, every time you lock one of these things, you change to a different one. You change the letters and the order of the letters and the randomness of them over the shrine. So this is a stage 1 shrine, this is a kin shrine, stage 1 brood shrine, and you can see the brood letters and the kin letters that lock. And Ultimate Throne Wars, which I again won't show today because I have to place thrones all the way across the level. We're getting a bit of a memory issue with that. So it's just typical. We're very early stage. We're not even pre-alpha yet. So, this is a very early stage. But when the thrones meet, you declare Ultimate Throne Wars and you battle, and then you usurp, you take all the enemy's thrones when you win. Either one, whoever does more damage. That's how that works. So we have our t-shirts up. We have our poster up. If you go to teespring.com/store/iPlayMore, enter the code iPlayMore and save yourself $3. All right. And our Discord channel, and Henrique did the mana up here. So I don't know if somebody is in Twitch, but if they are, if you could just type !MANNA. I just want to see if the mana is working again. I think I turned the bot back on. It should be working, but I don't know if it's still there. We still have to have somebody test that. Anyways, that's that. So that's it. So I'm going to turn my camera on now. I'm going to wave hello. So I've got my super shades on, and that's because I've got 2 monitors shining in my eyes, and the blue light is just... when you're doing 12, 13, 14, 15 hours a day making a game, you got 2 monitors on, it's terrible. So that's why I have the extra shades on. So that's that. Let's jump into the game. If I can find it. All right, so here's Kin. Totally silent. I don't have any sound effects on the area here. We're way up in the mountain. So that is a rare shield. Some freedom. So freedom's the ability to fly. You can fly in our game. You can earn your wings in the game. So I'm just going to push spacebar and use my jump to get up here. And there is the throne. And I can just enter the zone and start capturing the throne. I'm going to go to Brood, Hang on, there's going to be loud oceans here. I got to fix that. It's funny because in Bear Isle, you're not close to the ocean like this.
The king.
Princess of Thunder.
All right, so we had to raise the throne here. Now, if you get on the center throne, it's going to capture a little faster. Now, I thought this was so cool. I'm like, oh, wow, you can see out there. But the kin side, let's just go up there for a second. Look at this.
Princess of Thunder.
Now you can, so I'm going to push T. I'm going to place a couple thrones here. You can place thrones, and you can see they go right through the wall. Let me just turn on freedom so you can see. So there you can see the two thrones that I've just placed. So I'm just going to leave her there. Back over the brood side. Oh, you know what? That's a great idea. To get outside, so here's some advanced gameplay. To get outside, why run down the stairs when you can just simply place a throne? Wow. Okay, I just came up with that now. Okay, these are recoiled. These are very powerful recoil devices. I'm just pushing spacebar. Let's have a look at the Strangler plant here. Actually, you know what? We'll do that with the quest. Some power-ups. I didn't get all that stuff placed. Let's just try dropping right in the middle here, see if I can do that. Nope. Yep. So I've created a stronghold by waiting for those two throne energies, that announcement to be finished. I've the first one to the fountain. So what's happened there is, if you look at my device here, you can see it's 1332. Oh, that's because I picked up energy. So all my devices are now leveled up. I'm carrying more energy than the enemy is. Oh, here's a pet. So that's a plant producing that. So there's a bunch of ways in here. We'll just go in the side door here. And I'm moving real fast. Whoops, I pushed the wrong button. So there should be defenders here defending this. There's not, so we're just going to let him capture that, or her, I guess. So you can see there's a find on here. That's because it's locked, and you can see when they capture, it's going to change. I think this map is bigger than I realized. We did measure it. The first map, because it felt right. And we don't have multiplayer up and running yet, so I have to check it. Things could be too big.
Queen of Dominations.
All right, let's go see the tree man. So we need to get him actually walking, but this is the animation.
I've been looking for my forest and my friends.
Oh yeah, he's still a little shiny. Trying to think about what I'm doing here. I'm looking for the shrine. So I just pushed space again, and I got wing ability. So you can see that that image is different than what I have the find, so I cannot unlock this. It's a shrine, but it doesn't do any good. Let's go visit the Unicorn Pegasus. I don't know what happened there, a little glitch. We'll blame Nate's water. Maybe that's the time. That's never happened before. So you see, the water's moving. So there's the Unicorn Pegasus. So it looks like I gotta get the mouth down a little bit more. That's why I test, so I can find all those little things. So we moved the thrones. The thrones used to be here. Now we've moved them into the proper place. So if I wanted to come down here, and I wanted to level up my... Oh, there's the flowers. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, is he chasing me yet? No. Duncan? Why is he running so slow? He's like in slow motion. Okay, something funny there. I can't level up here. The other thing I can't do is jump in the water. So that's a bug. Let's fix that. But I can fly in the water. So there's nothing I can do there. But you think flying would be fast, but actually running is faster, especially if you're picking up pep. Here's some pep. You want to go 3 times faster. Now the miracle about pep is it just slowly speeds you up and slowly slows you down, so you don't really notice it. It's not like some games, like if you play Quake and you get haste, and you're like twice as fast. There's the ocean again. I'll get that fixed. So I'm going to come up here, and you're going to see this character's going to come, and she's going to start capturing the enemy throne. Let's just see if we can do this. Oh boy, I don't know if I can do this. It's a long ways. Okay, I gotta get over there and touch that throne. Let's change to this hog. I just have to touch one of these thrones outside here. Oh, there it is. Before she does it. All right. So I've declared an empire just by touching a forward throne. Just to switch the other player here. Oh. Oh yeah, the throne's not out yet, so it could have been captured. It's the, oh yeah, I've never done it that way. That's right. That's right. That is correct, the Mundo. So there's the place throne. And you can see that it just begins to show how massive this level is. Okay, so I'm just going to take my... Hold on a second. You know what I'm going to do? Let's show banishing. I'm kind of making this up as I go along. Oh, there's no glow on the characters. Is there? Let's just go back and look at this. Okay, so the glow on the characters is missing, so we're going to have to put that back in. Okay, so there should be a splash damage. Oh. Michael, I thought you fixed that. Okay. So what we're going to do... So that's a Wolverine. I'm just shooting some red energy. So that's a right click. Left click. That's a bouncer. So you can bounce that around corners and the damage. It's going to have a lot of shield. So it's a team play game. You can take a lot of damage. Those are stingers. So you can sting a character. And you can shoot them. And she's going to go flying. Oh, holy crap. Okay. We're going to bring her back. Do I have an agony anywhere? No, I don't. I didn't pick one up. So I've now diminished her red shield. We don't have bars over the head. All you're going to see is the fact that the red shield is gone. Now you're seeing a rare shield. And you can use both reds. Now, if I go back to blue, I'm going to shoot a forward shield again. You see that? I can't access that rare shield. So if you want a lot of points, you can switch your colors. Very unique game in that manner. So I could shoot her with white. I'm going to shoot a forward shield. Do you see that? But if I keep going with red, I'm going to banish her. And of course, I'm just shooting at somebody that's standing still. Let's have a look at her shields. So if I push H, I can see the thing. So it's still got, you see the red's all gone. It says 0%. Push H again, and you see this 39%. You know, these characters were sitting on thrones, so they have a lot. They got full shields. And of course, it's just one person shooting on the team. So that sound means I'm running low on energy. That's why it's good to have two of the same color. So I'm walking forward using a recoil. Of course, if I turn on freedom, I could fly. Banished her. So turn off freedom. And I can pick up, so see my freedom, I've got, if I just look, I got 84 seconds. I got 187 seconds. I can pick up, remember I was out of energy in this. Oh, I guess I had to pick up the same device. Anyways, that's that. So let's just switch to the other player. So this is what it's like when you've been banished. You can push tab and see the score. And so I can see the icons are working again, which is good. You can see that Brood has more team score than Kin, but they've been banished. There's nothing else you can do. You can look around, but WAS doesn't work. I can see some shields that were left, but I can't touch those at all. I've been banished. All I can do is fall into the pit. I have a small jump. So it's going to land on here instead of the lava. And because Brood owns the fountain, there is lava down here, which is actually a mistake. But it's... Oh. Oh, but it's acting like... Okay, I'm glad I did that. That's actually interesting. So it's acting, it's actually leveling me up. So it leveled up my device, which I only have the claw. I don't have any other devices. I'm rolling my mouse wheel. I'm getting HUD, but all I've got is my base device. So I'm just going to leave Brood down here. It's dark down there, so I'm not going to try to escape. But you would be trying to escape. So I say that's a fate worse than death. You get banished to a lower realm, a pit. Oh, I got to increase the audio. There's some sound effects there. Kind of hard to hear them. All right, let's go do the quest stuff. No, I think I hit my own recoil there. So still a problem with that one. Michael was fixing that. Oh yeah, here's the device I set for. Alright. So if I come over here, there's the Lagger Prince 1.0. And I can interact with them. So, you are in the presence of Zion Paradigm, 2 Prince of our Laggers' great pride. We feel your gaze upon us as our stature... I should be doing it in his accent. I can't do a line. As our stature tends to bring awe and admiration. And then you press Q to continue. So, it's doing it. So this is a bug. This is doing it like I am brood, but you can see I'm kin, even though I'm doing a brood character. So I'm not sure what the mistake is here. So brooding around, yeah, Buck. And I don't know if you're like me, I don't ever read all this stuff. But he's demanding some treats. He's going to give me a claw. So the claw is going to be... So I'm just going to switch to the claw here. So there's our claw right there. You're not going to start the game with that. You're going to have to do this quest to get this. And it's a very interesting device. Does all kinds of interesting things. You can fly a little bit with it. It helps you in the pit. You can put enemies in a pod. All kinds of stuff like that. So, but anyways, he's telling you to be aware of the strangler plant. We don't have M working, so I push M and nothing happens yet. So that's another little thing we need to get done. I do have that on the list. And so there's a flowering plant that tastes like meat. So we're going to go pick some of that. And there's our first quest. So I know a lot of people are like, first-person game in an open world with quests? Absolutely, that's how we're going to train you. So that plant, the strangler plant, is going to grab you. Now, it's not happening yet today, but that's where we're going with that. So Duncan, if you could get that set up. So all you got to do is go visit this plant, and I picked up 4. There's a big pod in it and 2 small ones, and that gives you 4. There's the next one. We also want to randomize this. I know our gameplay programmer, our original one, has figured out how to randomize stuff, so we should talk to him about how to do that. So here's the next one. That's given me 4 more. Here's the next one. I'm just pushing my spacebar to fly like that. So I'm stay away from the strangler plant. And I need 1 more. Of course we did it like that on purpose. And of course other people might be picking that stuff up. Oh. I found the river. Alright. And then this should be the last one. Return. Oh, I almost got too close to that plant. I can tell I'm going to get caught by that. So we don't have too much set up here yet. So here he is. Press E. So we need some animation here of him eating it. And that's it. I'm not sure why there's a waypoint on him still, so... Oh, I know why. Return to the Lager Prince. I just did that. That's a new bug. I tested this about 10 times. He's supposed to be telling me to come to the Lager Princess. You can see she's got no eyelids. Sorry about that. So we're going to have to finish this. So it needs your assistance. So she knows I'm kin. We know many in our pride, yet haven't placed your face. You want to have a bit of fun. I like this quest. So this is where we have to get the Lager guards working, so that's coming. So basically it's a sneaking quest. So there's a sack filled with stuff. And there's supposed to be a waypoint here. So it looks like this stuff got a little bit broken. So return to her. A little too close. She's telling us who she is, and of course we're not amused. These laggers. So push G repeatedly. So if I push G, you're going to see a view of yourself. And if I push it repeatedly, that's what she's telling me to do. Push Q. I got to go find the not with the reward. Now, because I push this, so all we're doing is teaching you how to play the game with these quests. These are training quests. And you can see there's power-ups that, because I've pushed, there's a lot of power-ups. So there's not with. So what's going to happen next is, so not the tree man. So this is a message for Duncan. What's next? Yeah, that water's lagging me a bit there, Nate. So here's the next one's going to be, you're going to get a quest from the horse, from the unicorn Pegasus, sorry. And that's going to have you come over here. There's going to be guards here. And you need to come and get the apples. So, I mean, you can kind of sneak around, but you can't get in. You picked up the letter, which is right here. Oh. Where's the bag? Oh, that had me pick up the bag. Only supposed to pick up a letter. So, Duncan, that's a little bit of an issue. So, what's going to happen here, I'm just going to push my over arrow. I'm going to go invisible. And now you can come in here. Not like that. Oh, I see. There's a collision on this. I get it. Okay, so I haven't... This is actually the first time I'm testing it. So we're going to just move things around there a little bit. So I got to move that sack right there out of the way so you can get in and get the apples. So you're going to get the yellow apple. You're going to go back. And you're going to go back to the Unicorn Pegasus. And she's going to like the apple. Because she's a hungry horse. So we're going to animation of her eating the apple. Now I'm guessing here, because I don't have it in front of me, I think you come here and get a quest from the tree man. And he sends you down into the pit where you meet Gap and Growl. They give you a quest to get a dragon's egg. You get the dragon's egg. And then you come out, and then we give you a little bit of gameplay. So that's really what we have happening. This is all just for the vertical slice. It's gonna change. This is just kind of quick and dirty stuff just to provide a little bit of a satisfaction, a little bit of learning how to play the game. So that's what's going to happen. But you can see there's been a big change over the last 2 weeks. There's all the beautiful rock work that Boyan did. So that's great. Let's go look at the ocean. I think that's all I'm going to really show this week. Tremendously different. That's a different image. So we got the ocean waves coming up. Just want to see if I do that little leg. Nope. So Nate, that is just on the lake. This is the first time I'm testing that with the lake. And I'm just going to make that a little less. Oh no, we can see the bottom of the ocean. So waves should be bigger maybe? I don't know, is that possible? And there's the energy icon. That's what you'll build thrones to. That's what you'll destroy at the end of the game. And you know what? The lightning isn't working on that. That's supposed to have lightning effects all over it. Okay. So it seems like when we take particle effects from the other version of the game, I can't remember exactly how I got everything working, because the same thing happened. I did all of the water work in here, and then it just disappeared. And then I finally got it working again. I'm not exactly sure how I did that. I'll have to figure it out again. Here's one of the altars. There's going to be 5 of them placed around the game. Pygmy Marmosets. We've got more coming from Ryan. So Ryan did up the Pygmy Marmosets. There he is. He's walking there. We'll just do a zoom. Well, that's how I got that image of him. So he's tiny. You're gonna be able to get these guys as pets. They'll sit on your shoulder. And so when we update Unreal, we'll be able to do fur and hair. And but whoops, I wasn't supposed to shoot. Whoops, I went flying. There we go. I was just rolling the mouse wheel and I hit it by mistake. So there he is. So anyways, yeah, so we'll get fur and hair, but right now this is what we can do. So there's 2 different versions of this. They've gone to the rigger. He says he can't do it 100%, but he can cheat the rig a bit. So it'll be a little bit faster, but not as fast as we thought. We were hoping we could just use the same rig. It's just they're shorter and taller, and some are young and some are old and that kind of thing. So that's the Pygmy Marmosets. Anyways, that's it for this week. I just kind of want to show all this great work that's been done. And lots of little things to fix. I think we're really close to pitching this. It's looking really good. Couple little bugs that I've mentioned during the video. So I'll send those along to the particular people to fix. But anyways, it's looking fantastic. We got this water waving too. A little bit. Just moving a bit on the shoreline, which is kind of cool. So I'm just going to go back over here. I just want to see this one more time. Am I going to lag here again? Just a little bit, but not bad. A little bit there. Unipage. Anyways. Okay. That's it. And there'll be more to come. But amazing amount of development done by the team. I'm very happy. Yeah, we got a lot of little things to do. But remember, this is just a vertical slice. This is just to give an idea what our game's going to be like. It is not even pre-alpha yet. That's coming next. So anyways, let's just jump back over to this. Make sure to go to iPlayMore.com. Sign up for our video game test of Thunder. And we will see you next week. Same time. We'll have some news. I'll have that RTX card, so I'll know a little bit more about that. Hopefully the game will just perform a little bit more. And the thing is the game takes memory. That's the thing. That's the bottleneck here. And I have 32 gigabytes of memory. And so, you know, I could put 64 in here very easy. So maybe that's the next thing I got to do. But the other thing is it's good for us to run up against these limits and know, because, you know, not everybody's got a brand new computer. Of course, the game, you know, we're 2 years away from releasing the game still. So anyways, that's it for this week. It's VindaCator saying thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow, share, comment, all that good stuff. We'll see you next week. It's VindaCator and I am out.